So keep on asking and you will receive. Keep on seeking and you will find. He says there are certain things you will ask. At this level you get it. At the level of asking, you get it. There are some that won't answer to asking. They will answer to seeking. So you've asked, you sought for it, you would see it. But there are those things that will never answer to asking and seeking. That's when you begin to knock. And there are levels of knocking. Now, what empowers the knocking is the action that precedes the knocking, or the action that is done with the knocking. Let me explain it. This time around, someone that is knocking may decide to knock on fast. Knock being on fasting. This person might decide to knock forgiving, because there are a couple of people that have done one thing or the other against you. You let it go. This person may decide to knock with sacrifice. Am I talking to somebody here? Every knock is not the same. Number one, the one that knocks matters a lot. What did I say? Number two, how he knocks matters. Do you know what Hannah did? She rose up early in the morning and came to the altar alone. She didn't want to pray agreement prayer again, because sometimes she was praying at the altar and she will start crying. Where she will be praying, the husband will be distracting her. Stop crying. Stop crying. I am more than 7 sons to you. Don't cry. Don't you listen. When it matters in this thing, you don't need people that pamper you. Yes, sir. You need people that push you. Don't look for a mentor that pampers you. Look for a mentor, in quotes, that torments you. Look for someone that pushes you. This time, she came to the altar alone. No husband present. And she cried out to God in anguish of soul. That was the first time she prayed on the altar alone. She left everyone, she was left alone. Until she started crying and her tongues began to move. She was the first person to ever speak in tongues. As her tongues began to move, Eli said, the same thing spoken to those guys in Acts of the Apostle chapter 2. Have you drunk? Have you gotten drunk this early in the morning? She said, my Lord, I have not taken any strong wine, but I have poured out to my Father, and I'm pouring out to God as it is in my heart. And Eli said, let it be to you according to your cry. And that was the day her answer came. How are you knocking? How you knock determines how serious you are. Knockings are not the same.